going to be doing a flexibility flow today. I'm going to be going through a little bit quicker than I normally would with like the flows. But I know not everyone has like 40 minutes to an hour to practice, so I wanted to make something a little bit shorter. If you want to watch the video and like pause it, maybe hold each posture for like 5 breaths on your own. It will really stretch you out a lot. Completely up to you. I'm just a guide. Ultimately, it's your journey, your practice, so do whatever is best for you at any point in time. Cool. So let's get started in a comfortable seat. We'll just kind of start here to like set an intention. So just take some deep breaths, let your hands fall just wherever. Just tune into you. You can have a mantra of I am whatever you are, whatever you want to be, whatever you're aspiring to be. Once you kind of set an intention, lift your arms up over your head with an inhale. Exhale, turn to your right. Let your left hand fall to your knee, your right hand fall slightly behind you. Don't crank in this twist. Just kind of use your abdominals to twist. Don't use your hands to like wring you out. Just nice and gentle. Inhale, lift your hands up over your head. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, come back to center, lift your hands up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and repeat your mantra, your intention, whatever you want out of this practice. Whenever you're ready, bring your feet out in front of you. Bring your feet together. Put your hands up overhead on an inhale. Exhale, fold over into a seated forward fold. Bend your knees as generously as you need. Feel the stretch in your low back, in your legs. My feet keep sliding on the floor. I don't know if you can hear it in the camera, but it sounds suspect. With every inhale, find length. With every exhale, deepen. Inhale, rise back up. Spread your legs apart. Bring your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Inhale, your hands up overhead. Pivot towards your right. Exhale, fold over towards your right foot. Again, bend your knee as generously as you need. Feel the stretch. With inhales, find length. With exhales, maybe you go a little bit deeper. Inhale, rise back up. Swap out your feet. Lift your hands up overhead. Pivot towards the left. Exhale. Fold towards your left foot. You can really feel this stretch through your side body. On your inhale, come back up. Transition however you'd like to a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Grow long through your spine. Tuck your belly. I don't really like to use that word. Tuck your belly in. Engage through your abdomen. Grow long all the way from the tip of your tailbone through the crown of your head. Inhale, twist open to your right, ground down through your left hand. Exhale, thread the needle. Bring your right hand underneath your left arm, gaze to the left. You can keep your left hand either firmly planted or you can reach it forward. Bring your left hand back underneath your shoulder. Rise up, back into that twist. Exhale, lower your right hand down. Inhale, ground down through your right hand. Twist open to your left. Reach up for the sky. Exhale, thread the needle to the left, to the right. Press into the tops of your feet. You can extend your right arm out. Plant your right hand back underneath your right shoulder. Inhale, open up. Exhale, tabletop position. Walk your hands out, maybe a foot. Curl your toes under, come into high plank. And then exhale, downward facing dog. From here, inhale, lift your right leg high. Square your hips towards your mat. Flex your toes. Exhale, step through to a low lunge. Lower your back knee down, untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your hands up overhead, stack your shoulders over your hips. Square your hips towards the front of the mat by pulling your left hip forward and your right hip back. Keep your front knee stacked over your front ankle. Don't dump your weight, stay active. Exhale, half split. Lower your hands to your mat or blocks if you have them. Straighten through your front leg, but don't lock your knee. Lean back into that back knee. Stay long through your spine. You'll feel a nice hamstring stretch. Flex your toes towards your face. The more you flex your toes, the more you'll feel the stretch. Take an inhale and an exhale. Crawl your hands forward. Plant your hands on your mat, tuck your toes, lift up your back knee. Walk your foot over to the right side of your mat. Bring both hands to the left side of your right foot. Lower down your back knee. Runner's lunge. Opportunity here to inhale, twist open to the right, kick your back foot up, exhale. Maybe make a connection with your hand and your foot. Open up. If need be, point your right toes more off of your mat, and you can even roll to the outside of your right foot. Give you more space if you need it. Don't resist the stretch. Anytime you're resisting the stretch, it's doing the opposite of what you want it to do for your body. So if you find yourself not being able to relax, back out of this posture just a little bit. Lower your back foot down with control. Come back through your twist. Exhale. Plant your hand on the opposite side of your right foot. So frame your hands around your foot again. Come up off of your knee. Plant your hands. Inhale, three-legged dog. Scorpion out your dog. Kick your foot back like you're trying to stamp the wall, air, whatever's next to you on the left side. Option to stay here. If you stay here, keep your shoulders squared towards your mat. If you want to go into wild thing, continue kicking your foot until you make a toe to mat connection. Open up your chest, reach your arm out to the front side of the room. Dip your hips down, kick back up into three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step through to a low lunge. Lower down on your knee, untuck your toes. Inhale, crescent moon. Lift your hands up overhead. Keep your front knee stacked over your front ankle. Press into the top of your back foot. Stay engaged in your pelvic floor. So don't drop down, stay active. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, drop your hands down, half split. Maybe walk your front foot out just a little bit to give you some more length. You don't want to be dumping too far past your back knee. You want to be pretty lined up with your knee and your hip. Sink down towards your mat with your torso. Keep your hips squared. I always use this cue, but I think it's just a really helpful cue, is to keep your hips squared by pulling your back, whatever your back leg is, pull that hip forward. Whatever leg is forward, pull that hip back. Breathe into this posture. Feel that stretch. Walk your hands forward. Tuck your toes. Step up a little bit. Tuck your toes. Lift your knee up off of your mat. Walk your hand to the inner arch. Walk both hands to the inside of your left foot. Walk your left foot out. Come down on your knee. Untuck your toes. Runner's lunge. Again, you can stay here, or there's an opportunity to come into a twist on an inhale. Kick your back foot up. Exhale, maybe find a foot to hand connection. And if you can't reach it, like if you're just like this, that's fine too. As long as it's not super uncomfortable or painful, you don't have to be holding your foot to bend your knee. So you can roll to the outside of your foot or keep it planted, whatever feels better. Maybe give yourself a little foot massage. Maybe not, depending on where your foot's been. Slowly lower your back foot down with control. Inhale, come back to that twist. Exhale, lower your hand down. Walk your foot in between your hands. Tuck your toes. Lift up off of your knee. Step back into three-legged dog. Scorpion out your dog. Press your foot back. Opportunity for wild thing. Make that toe to mat connection. Open up through your chest. Reach your arm forward. Exhale, dip your hips down. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale in downward facing dog. And a deep exhale. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Inhale, lift your leg up high, your right leg up high. Exhale, step your foot forward, low lunge. Pivot on your back foot and step it up 6 to 8 inches. Pivot your foot to a 45-degree angle to the left corner of your mat. Keep your front knee stacked over your front ankle. Come up into warrior one. You want to have a heel to mat connection. If you find your heels lifted, try shortening your stance. If you find you aren't able to square your hips, try stepping your foot out to widen your stance. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Straighten through your front leg, but again, don't lock your knee. Inhale, grow long through your spine. Exhale, pyramid pose. Melt your chest down towards your thigh. Hinge at your hips. Keep your spine long. You can keep your hands on your hips or bring them to your mat, blocks, whatever feels best. I like to keep mine on my hips because it kind of keeps me mindful to keep them squared. With every inhale, find length. With every exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, slowly rise up with a flat back. Exhale, pivot your feet to where they're parallel to the short ends of your mat. I think I did that wrong. I think I had you do that on the exhale, but it's fine. Take an inhale. Option for a chest expansion here. You can clasp your hands behind your back, straighten through your arms. Exhale, lower all the way down, hinge at your hips, wide leg, forward fold. If you have a chest expansion, let your hands fall. Shift your weight into your toes. Lift your tailbone up towards the sky. On your next inhale, slowly rise up. Release your chest expansion. Come back to a low lunge on your exhale. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, keep that right leg lifted and come back into half pigeon. Bring your right knee behind your right wrist. Move your right ankle towards your left wrist. The object is to parallel your shin to your mat, but I don't think I know anyone who can do that. If you can, more power to you. But if that's not what's happening, that's fine. Inhale, grow long through your spine. Take an exhale. Inhale. Exhale. On your next exhale, you can come into sleeping pigeon, which is where you fold your torso forward. Or on your inhale, open up through your arm, kick your back leg up, and maybe you find a foot to hand connection. Keep your front foot Keep your front foot flexed no matter what variation you choose. This is mermaid pose. Sometimes you can hook your elbow around your foot, bring this hand up and over, and make that connection. I'm not there today. But if you are, feel free to do so. Again, I'm just the guide. If this doesn't feel good, don't do it. This really opens up not only your hips, your hamstring, it really opens up your shoulder too. So if you have really, really tight shoulders, this may not be very accessible, and that's fine. Like I said, right now, there's no way. There's no way I'm making that hand-to-hand connection reaching over. Breathe into this posture. Slowly lower your back foot down with control. Tuck your toes. Inhale your right leg high, shake it out. Exhale, lower your back foot down. Inhale, lift your left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through to a low lunge. Inhale, step back, step up with your back foot. Pivot your back foot to a 45-degree angle until you can feel that heel to mat connection. Keep your front knee stacked over your front ankle. Stack your shoulders over your hips. English is hard. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Take inhales and exhales. Always stay connected to your breath, especially when you're in uncomfortable postures. I seriously can't talk today. This is horrible. You guys get the point, it's fine. This is also my second recording. That's the really sad part. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, grow long through your spine. Straighten your front leg. Again, don't lock it. Exhale, slowly hinge at your hips towards your thigh. Keep your hips square. Keep your spine nice and long. With every inhale, find some length. Every exhale, deepen a little bit more. Inhale, rise back up with a flat back. Pivot your feet to where they're parallel to the short ends of your mat. Turn open to the side. Exhale, fold over into a wide leg forward fold. You can take your chest expansion again if you'd like. You can bring your hands to your mat. You can bring them to the outsides of your ankles. If you have a headstand practice, you can do that now. Do whatever feels good. Inhale, slowly rise up. Exhale, come back into that low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog. Kick your left foot up. Exhale, half pigeon on the left. Bring your left knee through behind your left wrist. Bring your left ankle towards your right wrist. Square your hips towards your mat. Keep your front foot flexed the entire time, no matter what variation you choose. Inhale, grow long through your spine. Exhale, option to go into sleeping pigeon. Fold your torso down towards your mat. Or take an inhale, come into a twist, lift your arm up. Kick your back foot up. Exhale, grab your back foot, if it's accessible. I really love mermaid posture. It's just fun. I think I like the name more than anything, but I don't know, it just always makes me feel so free. I feel so elegant and like beautiful when I'm in this posture. Hopefully it does the same for you. Keep your back toes active as well. Don't just let your foot kind of do whatever it wants. Keep your toes pointed. When you feel satisfied, lower your back foot down with control. If you're in sleeping pigeon, on an inhale, rise back up. Tuck your toes. Plant your hands. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Shake out your foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to a high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press firmly into the tops of your feet. Shine through your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come down to a tabletop position. Come into Supta Baddha Konasana, however you feel like transitioning. Breathe. If this opening feels a little like intense, sometimes letting gravity just open you up doesn't feel good. You can always prop blocks underneath your knees, or a thick pillow, a thick blanket. If there are any other postures you'd like to take, feel free to take them. Like I said, I kind of did this one a little bit differently, just for time purposes, and I hope you enjoyed it still. Repeat your mantra, your intention. Inhale, lift your hands up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, bring your thumbs up to your third eye. Maybe give your third eye a little bit of a massage. Exhale, we bow forward in Namaste.